can't say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business, yeah. Travel the city, your city ain't working, it's all for nothing. She told me don't let up, it's on us to make it, it's on us to crush it. Nigga, it's gon' take some just to make some, so put that in your budget. Yeah, can't keep moving your dreams for cheap when you ain't even budging. What got you bugging? Make you a play, don't be scared of religion. You made it from nothing, then figure out your clutching. Everything you want in front of you, ain't no discussion. Look, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, play, play.
It's been a long time coming. Track star, long time running. I exterminate foes, they bugging. I'm joker, I want my nuggets gold. Platinum chain, call him Johnny Dang Dog with my brains. I go off like hurricanes until my diamonds look like rain. My verses, gas, I'm on it, spaz. The business, cash, no money, pass. Can I said I need a verse, I said give me like 30, I did it in 15 for real. I've been on fire, they want me to chill. I've been on fire, they want me to.
Look, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't.
That intro video, we are here for some live and free baseball. Hillsdale Falcons set to take on the Smithville Smithies in a WCAL rematch. Falcons finished 4th in the league, Smithies 6th, looking to try and make it a full-on sweep if you're the Hillsdale Falcons to win all 3 against the Smithies this season, and also on the way winning a sectional title as well. Some gloomy clouds in the sky, but they are passing, and we are set to go here from Hillsdale High School on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports. Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Dromesville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces, designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
And we are about to go. We are going to go A little bit early here today on the OH Report. Thank you so much for joining us live and free. My name is Jonathan Langdon. Jeremy Peoples is your camera operator today. And quick work here for Cale Lewis as he got a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Now sees one go outside for a 1-1 count. Smithville taking on Hillsdale here. And Cale's up ahead 1-2. So Smithville at the bats right now. Smithies 5-15 this year. All 5 wins coming in the WCAL, which is impressive considering how good the conference was this year. Counts even 2-2 as Lewis is set to go with another pitch, but they're able to get those 5 wins. And a swing and a miss here as the ball hits the ground. Put on the easy tag by Knox Lewis, and Kamalani Costanzo, the leadoff for Smithville, is retired. So Lewis, an early strikeout. Up next is Jax Riggenbach. Takes a strike on the outside edge. Falcons this year, 13-8, 9-5 in the WCAL. That one's fouled off. If you were with us for the scene setter, we said that they finished 4th in the league. Smithville 6th. And that one is in there as well. Strike 3. Cale Lewis. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. 2 gone. Already 2 strikeouts here so far. Goes up against Jace Leach, the senior for the Smithies. Fouls that first pitch off. That one will go to the backstop. Jace Leach, senior, 0 for 3 in the leadoff spot for the Smithies in their last game against Chippewa, which was nearly 10 days back from now. So it's been quite the break for the Smithies, and it's not their fault. Weather has definitely played an impact on that. Next pitch inside, counts 3-1. Next pitch, that one high, ball 4, so it's 2-out walk. So Jace will move on over to first. Next up for Smithville is A.J. Anderson, another senior. So Smithies haven't played for a whole week. Falcons, however, got to play on Monday. They went up against Lucas, and they were able to escape with a win 6-3. From the stretch, Lewis high and in. So gotten a little wild here for Cale in the last stretch of this half inning. Lewis last pitched as he throws back to first here. Not in time on the pickoff attempt. Last pitched against Waynedale. It was a rough go for him, trying to bounce back here. That one nearly in the turf, so it's a 3-0 count to AJ, the cleanup hitter for the Smithville team today. Calls time. So after back-to-back strikeouts of the 1 and 2 hitters for Cale as he throws over again. Found himself in a little bit of troubled waters here. Walking the 3rd hitter, and now he's in a 3-0 count with the cleanup. And he misses again, back-to-back walks. And coming up to the plate now as Lewis gets a meeting with his brother Knox. This is our player spotlight today. Try to squeeze in his info here. Mason Shutt. He's been the hot bat for a team that has not had too much going for them. 500 hitting, 3 runs, and 2 RBIs, or 2 hits. And correction, that wasn't 2 hits, 2 doubles in fact. He's 4 for 9 in his last 3 games. Here's a 1-0 from Kale. That one will get into the zone. So that was 7 straight balls up until that strike. And Kale's finally blocked in. Just got that on the lower line. Count is 1-2 with 2 gone, 2 on. Looks back at second, delivers the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball over to third, scooped up. Throw over to first is in time. Plenty of time at that. And that'll end the top half of the first. No score as we head to that bottom half. Falcons will get a chance to bat when we return on the OH Report.
Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Drumsville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
And welcome back, live and free on the OH Report. And all of a sudden, it feels like we're right back in March. Cold, rainy, and this is a playoff game, folks. Going right back to those conditions from the start of the season. As we do have a little bit of rain coming through. Not sure how long this will last. But nonetheless, we are in the bottom half of the first, and we're going to keep playing. Hillsdale's got the turf infield, so can take a little bit of rain here. Falcons will be up to bat here. Leading off will be the junior Brock Bauer, as he's led off the entire season. And on the mound for Smithville is Jace Leach, their ace, who walked in his at-bat in the top of the first. Junior steps up for Hillsdale, and here we go. First pitch from Leach, right down the middle for strike 1. So Brock, last game, 2 for 3, scored 3 runs, drove in 2. So he was the main man up against Lucas. Breaking ball, also right down the middle. Nicely done. Up ahead is Leach, 0-2. Next pitch to Bauer, outside. The count moves to 1-2, gives a different eye line to Bauer. So he'll have to adjust here on this next pitch. Leach, the senior, winds up and delivers. Breaking ball. Bauer was late on it, and that'll just get out of play. Looking at the forecast right now. Just looks like pop-ups right now. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes of this. May get another one here and there. Bauer late on another breaking ball. This one will stay in the field of play, but foul. So the count stays 1-2. Brock this year hitting .366, .464 OBP. He gets on base, but not just that, but he makes the pitchers work. That's what he's doing right now. As that one goes to the backstop. He's also scored a team-high 21 runs, 10 RBIs this year. That's not towards the top, but still pretty good. As he swings and grounds this one over to third. Tough scoop, throw to first. Bauer's got the speed, and he gets there in time. Here's a second look brought to you by Fickes Furniture. Would have been there in time anyway, even though the first baseman Barnes did drop it. So reset the count, put a runner on first. Bauer's got some speed too, so he's going to be a pest as Kyle Turk steps up to the plate for Hillsdale. From the stretch, squaring the bunt and pulling back is Kyle. Rain picking up here. Wind blowing in from left field. Good lead over there for Bauer. Won't go this time as a strike. Not really looking over at Bauer. He could go. He'll wait as that one is shot past the third base line, and it's in fair play. Bauer turns towards second. He's going to go to third, and he'll be in safely on a wide throw. And on the throw from left field, it's a double for Kyle Turk. So quick action here from the Hillsdale bats, and they've got two runners in scoring position with nobody out, and their best hitter at the plate, Cale Lewis. Lewis hitting .333, 16 RBIs this year. He had 2 of them on Monday. Takes the first pitch for a strike, a little bit of extra velocity on that one as frustration mounts for Leach in the middle of the infield. From the stretch again, low and away. Cale, just a sophomore, went 1 for 4 in that game where I mentioned he had 2 RBIs against Lucas. Next pitch, Lewis waits for that curveball, sends it up to center field. He's going to score 1. Second is turning towards home. It'll be a close play at the plate. Turk is safe. And just like that, it's a 2-0 game for Hillsdale. And as the rain intensifies, so does the offense for Hillsdale, 2-0. And they'll just keep trucking along. Here's Aiden Hoffman. Takes a strike that was on the upper outside corner. Quick look, and the pitch. We're even at 1. This rain we're seeing right now was not in the forecast. It's come in out of nowhere. As it looks like now we got time. Catcher's going to go talk. But as we talk about that rain, it seems like it's died down here after that meeting on the mound. So Leach trying to lock back in for Smithville. Still nobody out. First 3 hitters did their jobs. It's 2-0 as Cale sits over at second. Catcher gets the call. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one blew right by Hoffman. He was late on it. Count moves to 1-2. See if the Falcons can continue to work. Count even again after Hoffman sees that outside. Aiden's a .290 hitter. 9 RBIs this year. Lewis takes an extra leap, and that pitch is outside. We're full. Hoffman in the game against Lucas went 0 for 3 with a walk. Looking to try and re-wake up his bat. But he won't get a chance here. He'll take another walk. So again, not making it easy on the Smithville pitching staff. That's really been Hillsdale's game all year. They've walked now 86 times. Squaring to bunt. This will get down from Brady Heller. He'll sprint towards first, and he'll take the sacrifice. There's the first out of the inning for Smithville. So move the runners over to second and third. Hoffman at second, Kale at third. And up next is Colton Mosier, who's seen his stock rise within the lineup in the last couple of weeks. Junior's hitting .286. Catcher loses this. Nobody's going to go. Good recovery by Beichler out behind plate. Here's the 0-1. That one high, just missed apparently. So take the count to 1-1. Knox Lewis on deck. No force in play. As Mosier grounds out to first. Quick tag. First baseman will just kind of look everybody back to their bags as still on that play, Kale Lewis able to score to make it 3-0. So it's an RBI ground out for Colton Mosier. His 12th RBI of the year, as Knox Lewis, the other sophomore, will step up. Takes a quick one inside. Still got that runner at third that you want to try and score here. This one goes into the turf. Good scoop in the back by Beichler. Knox has 12 RBIs this year despite hitting 188. His next pitch. That one at the knees. 2-1. If they can get to him, Hickey's on deck. Knox Lewis grounds this over to second. That will get through. And Hoffman will cross home plate with another run. It's 4-0. And Knox has his 13th RBI of the season. So 4-0 Falcons, and we will get to the junior Hunter Hickey. Went 1 for 2 with an early RBI ground out against Lucas on Monday. And we'll see what the lefty has here for us today at home. Leach decides to go outside with the first pitch. Next pitch. Tried to lean away from it looked like, but he did go all the way, and I think it was a strike anyways. So Hickey quickly down 0-2. Next pitch in the zone as well. Fans at that. Leach has his first strikeout, but the damage done. 4-0 Falcons as we head to the second inning. We'll be back live and free on the OH Report. Kale Lewis had a solid first inning, struck out the first 2 hitters, and then fell into some troubled waters with 2 straight walks, but then worked his way back out. We are at the top of the second, and the Falcons gave him some run support in the bottom half. It's 4-0. So, Kale, who fittingly is wearing number 4 today, will just have to throw some strikes, get through this bottom half of the lineup. Sneaks that one on the top side. As he'll go 0-1 to Ben Beichler. Thought about swinging there. Ends up turning away and takes strike 2. Lewis wants to work quickly from the windup, and we'll see time. Beichler kind of buckled at the knees on that breaking ball. Fortunately, it was out of the zone. So Ben went 0 for 3 in their last game, but he had a 3 RBI game in their last non-league matchup with Orville. Swings at that, chops it foul. Count stays at 1-2. This is the 3rd time Smithville and Hillsdale have met this season. Falcons have won both of the previous matchups. As Beichler grounds that over to third, long throw is in time. And there's the first out of the inning. Nicely done by Deacon Borman to get that across the diamond. And after all that rain, sun has finally made its way out. Likely not for long. Looks like it's already starting to dim. His first pitch is in for a strike. As up for Smithville now is Keegan Barnes, another senior for this crew, who watches another strike down a little low. Smithies going to have to start getting some people on base just like they did in the first inning. As Barnes fouls that off, stays alive here in this count. They had runners at first and second in the first frame, just couldn't do anything with them. Lewis from the windup again in the 0-2 count. Breaking ball swung on, belted towards center, but right there is Bauer to make the second out. So Bauer takes care of business just like he's done all season long from center. 2 gone in the inning. As Lewis now goes up against Braden Marthy. Even count after 2 pitches. Marthy 0 for 2 in that game that we've mentioned against Chippewa. That was game 2 of that series. As he grounds this up to Lewis, who's going to take it himself to the bag for out number 3. Not too shabby of a half inning there for Cale Lewis. We'll take a break, head to the bottom of the second on the OH Report when we come back. Back for the bottom of the second. Nice 1-2-3 inning for Cale Lewis on the bump for the Falcons, who will now bat. Deacon Borman will lead things off for Hillsdale. Jace Leach stays on the mound for Smithville after giving up 4 runs in that bottom half of the first. Deacon's going to have to make him work here. Get him off to a solid start in this inning as he takes strike 1 outside. Thank you for joining us live and free on the OH Report. Be sure to leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, whether on Facebook or on YouTube. Give you a shout out later on in this broadcast. Borman fouls this back. It's a 1-2 count. I know many of you are intrigued by what else is going on the OH Report today, because softball is all the way out in Twinsburg. As Borman drives us out to center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Borman rounding first hard. He's going to go for second as that hits the wall, and he's in standing. Deacon Borman making an impact here. Second double of the game for Hillsdale. And as we celebrate Deacon's double, give you a look into what's going on over at Twinsburg. It is currently tied as they head to the bottom of the second there at zeros. As they take on Columbiana Crestview in their district. Coach calls time over at third, so he's going to go talk to Brock Bauer as we're back to the top of the lineup. So after taking ball 1, we'll see what this talk was about. Doubt they'd have Brock bunt here. Maybe they would, but we'll see. Leach from the stretch again. Bauer's going to turn like he's going to bunt. Leans back and takes a strike. So that was kind of maybe to get a gauge of what the third baseman was going to do. He stayed pretty deep. First baseman in the green of the turf. Borman leads off second, pretty big lead. And he's going to go. Throw down is high. It gets past the third baseman, and Borman didn't get a good jump on the ball. He's going to stay at third. That was in for a strike, so the count is 1-2 to Brock Bauer, but he does have a runner now 90 feet away from scoring, so he's got to try and put one in play. Nobody out in the inning. Kyle Turk on deck. Next pitch to Bauer. Late on that, fouls it off. Bauer 1 for 1 today. Pitch from Leach. Popped up. In foul ground, catcher Beichler makes the catch with ease for out number 1. So that'll bring up Kyle Turk as we look at that replay, brought to you by Fickes Furniture. Plenty of foul ground here at Hillsdale High School for the catcher, first baseman, third baseman, for really anybody on the field to work with. Turk is also 1 for 1. He fouls the first pitch back. He scored on a Cale Lewis RBI double. 2 RBI double at that. And he's up ahead, or evens the count back up at 1. Borman leads off a third, not too far. In fact, it's a very short lead. As that pitch goes outside from Leach, it's a 2-1 count. Despite the runner being on third, Leach opts to stay in the stretch. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Popped back foul again by Turk. Turk against Lucas had an 0-for-4 day, but he did score 3 times in the game previous against Lexington this past Saturday. Chops this one on a grounder. Borman has to stay at third. The throw to first is not in time. Tough play that had to be made by the pitcher Leach. Just could not get it over to first in time. So to make it runners on the corners. Cale Lewis back up to the plate with 2 runners on base. Would not be surprised at all to see Turk try to go for second here. 1 out here as Lewis eyes up Leach, the pitcher. From the stretch, Turk goes, swing and a miss. And on indifference, Speichler will let Turk take second. Four 0 Hillsdale. Chance to change that here if you're Cale in the plate. See no 1 pitch from Leach. Breaking ball lined up the middle again. Carbon copy of the last AB. Borman scores, turning towards home. Turk going to make it a tough play. No throw. He dives in safely. Deja vu for the Falcons. It's 6-0. Just going to see the dive here on the back end of this play. But the shortstop cut off the throw, decided not to go home with it. That keeps Cale Lewis over at first. And it looks like we got time on the mound. It looks like it may be opting for another pitcher. And that they are. Just 1 1/3 for the starter, but in playoffs, you got to make some drastic changes. That's exactly what we're going to see, and we're going to take a break. Smithies going to warm up their next pitcher. We'll talk about him when we come back on the OH Report.
Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Drumsville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
New pitcher for Smithville, it is Mason Schutt, the junior, who will get some work here for the Smithies. Just 1 1/3 from the starter. Jace Leach was hit around quite a bit, 6 runs given up. It's now up to Schutt, who throws back to first before throwing his first pitch to try and keep the damage low. Got a runner at first, 1 gone. Lewis taking a pretty big lead. He's going to go. Pitch is inside. Throw down is in time. Lewis got a pretty good jump, but it was just a better throw from Beichler behind the plate. And when you lose velocity with Schutt on the mound, you were going to wonder if Hillsdale was going to steal there. Well, they did, but business taken care of from the catcher. And now, a grounder up the middle will get through for a base hit. So Hoffman, a 2-out single. He'll take the place of Lewis, who just got thrown out. Now we see Brady Heller come up for his first at-bat, or his second at-bat. Technically, it is his first at-bat. He did sacrifice first time up. Takes outside, ball one. Sun has made its way out. Didn't have much of it at the start of this game. In fact, we had rain. It's coming down pretty hard, too. Breaking ball in the zone. Count moves to 1-1. Also starting to warm up just a tad bit as the wind dies down slightly. Wind just kind of come in waves. Another lead from Hoffman. He won't go this time. Low strike call. So the count to Heller, 1-2. 6-0 Falcons. Hoffman had a solid lead out there. Pitch outside. Heller sees the 2-2 from Schutt. That one takes a bounce. Good scoop back there by Beichler. And just the second full count we've seen today. Next pitch, high. Take your base. Steal doesn't count. Or the throw down doesn't matter. So 2 on, 2 gone now for Colton Mosier. Had an RBI ground out in his first at-bat. Fooled by that breaking ball. And Knox Lewis on deck with the catcher pad still on. As Mosier grounds this over to third, fielder's choice, they'll tag on the bag and end the inning. 6-0 Hillsdale. They get 2 across in that bottom half of the second. We'll take a break, come back with the third on the OH Report, live and free. Thanks for joining. From Hillsdale High School, Smithville trying to come back after giving up 6 runs in the first 2 innings. We've made it to the top half of the third. Cale Lewis still on the mound for Hillsdale. Speaking of Hillsdale, elsewhere over in Twinsburg, softball in action in their district semifinal. Taking on Columbiana Crestview. They are still tied, and that game moving a little quicker than ours. They're in the bottom half of the third. First pitch for Lewis in this inning is across for a strike. As he works up against Mason Leach, who takes strike 2. Lewis looking to work quick. Gets a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Knox able to recover, throws over, and the out is applied. Mosier makes the catch. May have missed one or two, but to my count, Cale, that's his 3rd strikeout. As we see the top of the order reappear. Another strikeout victim for Cale earlier in this game. Sits at the plate. Kamalani Costanzo. Gets a cut out of him here. 1-1. Lewis, fastball, curveball, slider. This has been much needed bounce back from that Waynedale game. As Costanzo lines this over to right, backtracking and seeming to have full control of it. The right fielder makes the catch for out number 2. Good catch by Brady Heller. But talking about Lewis, he last took the mound in Game 2 of the Waynedale doubleheader, but everybody knows Waynedale, one of the best teams, not just in their district, or not just in their division, but of all small high school baseball. Lewis ended up giving up 9 runs, 7 earned. As this is Jax Riggenbach who lines that into the gap and it sees it down. Riggenbach will have an easy double. He's going to try and go for 3. Cut off, throw over to 3rd. Tough play. Hillsdale got him. The tag applied by Borman. Nice relay. As you're going to see it here again, it starts with Bauer. The cutoff by Wilson Mills playing in the field today, and then Borman applies the tag. And that'll end the inning, too. Bottom of the 3rd, Falcons lead 6-0.
Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Drumsville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
Bottom of the 3rd, Knox Lewis steps up to the plate. We'll see if we can get this replay in, but that last inning ended on a nice relay by Hillsdale. You see it again thanks to Fickes Furniture. They relayed it to Wilson Mills, and then Borman applied the tag. And that's all she wrote for Riggenbach, who gets a double, but ends up getting thrown out stretching. Knox Lewis up ahead 1-0 after taking that pitch. Close on the upper outside corner, but that one also misses. Stepping off his shut, he'll regather himself. That pitch to the 6'2 sophomore fouled back off of the catcher's mask. Count now 2-1. Knox Lewis, a big fella, 6'2", 180. Takes one low and away. Hitters count here. Here's a 3-1. Lewis takes it at the knees. Doesn't get the call he wants. It'll be a 3-2 count now. Lewis to lead off the bottom after the third. Shutt steps off again. And the junior now with the payoff. Grounded up over the pitcher. Scoop over by the second baseman. He'll throw to first. Tough play, but a nice scoop as well. Gets the out. Keep an eye on that foot. I think it does just stay on the bag as he catches it. So there is out number 1. As it looks like the umpires are going to meet here. Hillsdale's coach was making his way over. Question's going to be, did he pull his foot off the bag? The initial call was out. Knox is confident he's staying on the bag. And they're going to change it. He's safe. Here's another look. Brought to you by Fickes Furniture. It's close. You could slow it down yourself at home. So the runner does get on first. So leadoff hitter for Hillsdale in each of the 3 innings has gotten on base. First pitch on this one, Riggenbach is going to turn a double play himself. So able to turn the fortune Smithville's way, even if it is just for a moment. He's able to scoop that up, go 6 unassisted, and then throw it to first for that double play. Sun shining the brightest it has all game. As we see Deacon Borman, 9 spot in the lineup, take a strike. Next delivery, breaking ball. Borman early, but he's able to foul it off. Here's the 0-2 for Deacon. That one's high. After Deacon, we'll be done with the second time through the lineup. Twos across the board on our OH report. Simonson Construction Services scoreboard. 2-2 count, 2 gone. Borman swings at this, takes it to the outfield towards left. Tough play. That'll get past the left fielder. Anderson can't get there. And Borman's got a single. So he's now 2 for 2 today. He's got a double and a single. And that's dangerous if you're Smithville because you're back to the top of the lineup against Bauer. Who takes a first pitch strike. 1 for 2 today. So you got Bauer up right now. Turk would be up next if you can get to him. And then bring up back Cale Lewis if you keep going. But right now, Broxton an 0-2 count. Mason shut, trying to shut the door on this third inning. Runner goes, pitch is fouled off. Going for a little hit and run, it looks like there. Bauer still down 0-2. Next pitch, breaking ball, popped up in the infield. That'll be the second time he's gotten in that fashion, this time by the first baseman, Barnes, who makes the catch. No runs across the board that time for the Falcons, but they still lead 6-0. And welcome back. Hillsdale leads 6-0. Weren't able to get any runs across the board, though, in their last half inning as they go up against the Smithville Bats again. First pitch swinging. This one's popped up. Shortstop calls it off. And Hoffman hauls it in. Jace Leach is retired. That'll bring up A.J. Anderson. Anderson walked in his first appearance. Takes the first pitch high. Lewis, 42 pitches. And counting. This one grounded right on home plate. Bounces up to Kale. Throw to first. Bang, bang play. But it's on Hillsdale's side. 2 gone. That bounced right off of the plate. That's why it got so high. And then that throw to first got the job done. Kale trying to make quick work out of Smithville. He's got one out to left. And Turk makes it a 1-2-3 inning. Lewis, not too many pitches in that go-around. So he'll get a chance to extend his outing here today. Falcons back to the bats, 6-0.
Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Drumsville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
Back from Hillsdale High School on the OH Report, Jonathan Langdon with you alongside camera operator today, Jeremy Peoples. 2-3-4 due up for the Falcon offense that has 6 runs on the board through 3. Kyle Turk, 2 for 2 today. Looking to try and continue his perfect game thus far. It's up ahead 2-0. And just like that, he's up 3-0. Next pitch from Shutt. That'll go in the zone. Taking all the way was Kyle. Still a hitter's count. Lewis on deck as Turk takes first base. 4 straight innings of the leadoff reaching for the Hillsdale Falcons, and now their best bat today steps to the plate. Lewis, 4 of the 6 RBIs in this game. Pretty solid lead by Turk. He'll be forced back. Cale is 2 for 2, 2 singles, or he's got a double and a single. 4 RBIs, as I mentioned earlier. And he's going to swing here, belt this out to left center. Chasing on it is Anderson. Costanzo also back there. Neither can get it. Throw back in. Turk turns towards home. They're going to throw to third, so Lewis has an RBI triple. So he's got a single, he's got a double, he's got a triple. You can say the rest. And that's now 5 RBIs as well for Lewis. We move to 7-zip. Half-hearted swing from Hoffman. So, and they do call that a swing. I was wondering if they were going to let that go. And Hoffman now calls time as he's now down 0-1. Kind of got jammed inside, and one of the weirder swings that you could possibly have, but it did offer as a swing, so it is a 0-1 count. Shutt has to try and lock back in for the Smithies after that RBI triple. And he gets that one in to go ahead 0-2. On deck is Brady Heller. Here's the pitch to Hoffman. Breaking ball, fouled back. Next pitch with the runner on third, low and away. Count moves to 1-2. Takes another one, evens it back up. And from down 0-2, he works his count to 3-2. I was checking score stream, or I was checking what is this stupid app called? Game Changer. Talk about it after this. Grounder to second will score Lewis. Hoffman just out at first. Takes a little tumble, but he does get the RBI. Clear the bases, one gone. It's now 8-0. But anyway, I was checking Game Changer. They actually called Cale's first inning hit a single, so he's got 2 singles and a triple. They made the call that he advanced on the throw. So no cycle watch. As we see Brady Heller go behind 0-1. I thought maybe that would have been the case, so I decided to go back and look, and surely enough, it is a single. 2 singles and a triple for Cale today. Brady's down 0-2. That was the 40th pitch out of Mason Shutt. Here's 41. Breaking ball belted right to the shortstop. Riggenbach makes the catch. So Jax able to take care of that. 2 gone. That brings back Colton Mosier. Takes a pitch high and gets ahead. Knocks on deck again with the catcher pads. Mosier 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI. Next pitch from Shutt, outside. And Colton's up 3-0. Mason from the windup with the bases empty, 2 gone and the 3-0 count. Taking all the way Mosier find strike one. Junior to junior. And Hillsdale's prevails with a walk. So that'll make Knox take off the pads. He's going to get an AB here. He's 1 for 2 in this contest, as we have a courtesy runner out at first. Carter Barrett will run for Hillsdale. Knox was ready to go, but there's no umpire yet. Still making sure he got that substitution down. Knox got a little ahead of himself. Now they're ready to go. Shut. Will take his foot onto the mound. From the stretch this time. Runner goes on the first pitch. Lewis fouls it back. Good crowd on hand today from Hillsdale High School. Many likely checking their phones frequently to check on the softball score. Just as I'm about to do. Foul ball by Lewis here. Moves the count to 0-2. Falcons up to bat. Lady Falcons, I should say, are up to bat right now. They lead 1-0. So the Falcons up in the bottom of the fifth. Pitcher's duel over there in Twinsburg today. Lewis buckles at a breaking ball, takes it, and it's a stolen base for Barrett. Took a nosedive right for the bag. So stolen base moves him to second, and a ball makes it a 1-2 count for Knox. Barrett stays this time on an outside pitch. We're even at 2 with 2 gone and a runner at second. 8-0 Falcons. They've scored 2 in this inning. As Knox Lewis fouls that one back. It was in play, but the catcher didn't go for it. Hickey collects the foul ball. He's on deck. Next pitch to Lewis. He fans it one outside of the zone, and that'll end the inning. First strikeout today for Mason Shutt for Smithville. Falcons lead 8-0. Heading to the fifth up next on the OH Report. First pitch swinging here for Smithville. This is sent out to center. And it's another quick out here for Cale Lewis on the mound. He had a 5-pitch inning in the last frame. As we are now in the top of the 5th. And he's working through this Smithville lineup so far in this game. Still a shutout. He's got 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, but both of those came in the first inning. He's starting to settle in for sure. He's doing this all in the 5th inning with just 47 pitches after that. And he's ahead in this count 0-2. Keegan Barnes 0 for 1. Next pitch for Lewis. Nearly got him to bite on a pitch in the turf. Next pitch, cut on and missed. It's the 4th strikeout of the game for the sophomore Lewis. If you are just joining us here live and free on the OH Report, thank you for joining. Cale Lewis not only dominating on the mound, but he's dominating at the plate too. He is 3 for 3 as he deals in a strike here. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a triple. And one of those singles, we would argue here under our little tent, that he should have been given a double. To which where he would be a home run away from the cycle, which he has hit one this year. Count moves to 2-1. It's also got 5 RBIs. Next pitch, a little high. Hitters count for Smithville. Braden Marthy, the senior, takes another one high. He'll take a base too. So Lewis today, I would say the only real flaw he's had today is every time he's gotten a strikeout, as he nearly gets a pickoff attempt. That was a quick attempt over at first. Nearly got him. And now he'll pitch to the next batter in Leach. But as I was saying, his main weakness today has been just the fact that he does throw strikeouts, but it seems like the very next hitter, his control gets a little out of range, and he walks the next one. Strikeout walk. So he goes for another pickoff attempt. That one also not in time. But both have been close. Lewis gets another cut out of Leach again. Counts 1-2. Another pickoff attempt, not in time. This is the 9-hole hitter, so top of the order due up for Smithville after this. But 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded into right field for a base hit. Runner on second is going to try and go for third. A bobble by Heller in right is going to let him get it standing. Way to wait on it there by Mason. Sends it into a nice gap in the infield. And you see that bobble by Heller out there. That'll make it runners on the corners with 2 outs. Lewis going to have to go against Costanzo again. He's 0 for 2. And we are to the top of the order. Sneaks that one on the lower line. So he gets ahead of Costanzo. 0-2. Here's the pitch. In the zone. Got him looking. That's the inning. Gets out of a jam with the runners on the corners. It's 8-0. Stick with us. We've got the 5th inning stretch coming your way. This stretch brought to you by Carothers Pest Control as we update the board, and you're gonna see it empty, but we're gonna fill it out together. 8-0 the score right now. Zero runs on 2 hits for Smithville and an error. And for Hillsdale, 8 runs on 10 hits. They've got an error of their own. This is brought to you by GEP, Global Energy Partners. Thank you so much for joining us here from Hillsdale High School. I'm Jonathan Langdon, Jeremy Peoples, your camera operator today. We had such an early start to this game that we never got to our team spotlight, so we're going to do that right now. Talking about the Smithville Smithies, they finished 6th. If you're just joining us, they finished 6th in the WCAL. Coached by Adam Beichler, they went 5-15 this year, 5-11 in the league. They were swept by Hillsdale in the regular season. You see those scores there, 2-12 in the first game, 5-6 in the second. So it was a close one in these two teams' last meeting. But they are 2-10 in their last 12 games. So rough going towards the end of the year for the Smithies. Bottom 5, we're ready to go with the Falcons. And in the bottom half of the 5th, they're going to go with a pinch hitter. It's Dylan Fickes. He'll get to lead off the inning. Fouls this one back right to our camera op. Deacon Borman on deck as Shutt delivers another outside. Line score goes as this. Falcons scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second. As Fickes grounds this just foul. They went scoreless in the third, and then they scored 2 more in the fourth. Fickes is down 1-2 after that foul to third. .23 going up against 23. The pitch from Shutt, swung on, popped up to second, and the catch is made for out number 1 over by Wilson. Correction, that's Jace Leach over there at second. So the 9-hole hitter steps up. He's been anything but that for Hillsdale today. He's 2 for 2. Deacon Borman takes strike 1. Fouls this one back behind Smithville's dugout. So he's down 0-2. Here's the windup again from Mason Shutt. Breaking ball grounded over to short. Tough play, and it won't be made. Borman's 3 for 3. Just ate up Jax Riggenbach, who's made some great plays over there at short, just not able to do that. Gotta put a runner on first. Just one gone, and we're back to the top of the lineup again. 4th go around for Hillsdale. Bowers 1 for 3. First pitch, Bauer pops it up. Barnes has a lot of ground to cover. Can't get there in time. Bauer wants to get back on the base paths. Hasn't been there since the first inning, where he eventually scored. He levels on this, takes it to left, and that's just fair. Station to station go the Falcons. He popped up a couple of the last swings he had, so that time he's able to level it. and keep it in fair ground just barely. So runners on first and second. Kyle Turk due up, but it looks like we'll see a pitching change before that happens. Meeting on the mound right now with Coach Beichler. Mason Shutt has thrown 62 pitches after coming in the second inning in relief. Right now it appears the meeting is not going to take him out, so he's going to keep pitching. Oh, nope, they're going to wave over. Couple of substitutions, and we will have that new pitcher. And we'll talk about him. Again, we'll take a break, come back on the OH Report. Actually, no, we're going to stay here because we got to talk about Hillsdale. Team spotlight for the Falcons. Jason Snow leads this team to a 13-8 record coming into today. They're also coming in hot with wins over Lexington and Lucas. And they're battle-tested, as we know. WCAL, a tough league. Norwayne towards the top of the standings. Waynedale, one of the best teams in small school Ohio baseball. Also, Chippewa finished up ahead of Hillsdale this year. So not an easy league. And you see those last three results. Lucas 6-3, Lexington 7-5, Waynedale. They lost 3-9. They lost 11-0 in game one of that series. And then bring up Cale Lewis. Looks like some of our data did not transfer over cleanly, but Cale, he was our player spotlight coming into today. And he has spotlighted this team for sure in this game. New pitcher out on the field for Smithville is A.J. Anderson. He'll look to try and finish things out. Keep this game alive, too, because 2 runs score and this one's over. He'll come into a situation with a runner on first and a runner on second, 1 gone, and the meat of the lineup due to the plate. Kyle Turk is there now. Cale Lewis with 5 RBIs already is on deck. Kyle Turk is 2 for 2. Low and away with the first pitch for Anderson. Bauer at first, Borman at second. Different release point here for Anderson. Kind of a sidearm closer to style. However, that style's got him down 2-0 right now. Turk pops this one up. Jax calls him off and doesn't make the play, but it is an infield fly, so the out still counts. So Turk out via the infield fly, and Cale Lewis is up. 3 for 3 day, 2 singles, and a triple. Another big swing could win this game. This one gets past, and both are going to go into scoring position. So that is the worst case scenario right there for Smithville, as that gets away from the catcher. And now you've got runners at second and third instead of first and second with 2 gone. Next pitch from Anderson. Lewis fouls that away. Would be quite the way to finish a game if he can get this to the outfield. Takes one outside. Hillsdale 8, Smithville nothing. They've still yet to score here in this inning. Got a 2-1 count. Anderson from the windup this time. Breaking ball popped up. Barnes going to try and track it down. A lot of open play, and he can't get there in time. Barnes couldn't track it down. He'll throw it back to the dugout for Smithville, and we'll reset for a 2-2 count. 2-2, 2-1, 2 down. 2 runs away from a run rule victory. Lewis grounds it up the middle. It'll get past. Borman scores, rounding third, heading home. Turk, for a third time, dives into home plate, and that will do it. Falcons win it 10-0 in 5. Cale Lewis ends the game with 7 of the 10 RBIs in a 4-for-4 day to secure a sectional title for the Falcons. Coming up, stats, analysis, and your MVP. I wonder who that's going to be today. We'll figure it out when we come back on the OH.REPORT.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports. Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Drumsville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
Time now for your post-game show, brought to you by Carothers Pest Control. Jonathan Langdon with you as Hillsdale and the Falcon baseball team are sectional champions after a 10-0 victory over Smithville in 5 innings of work. And work Cale Lewis did for the Hillsdale Falcons. 4 for 4 days, scoring 2 runs on 7 RBIs. So he accounted for 9 of the 10 runs here today for Hillsdale. And he also pitched a pretty good gem on the mound as well. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks in his action, only giving up 2 hits on 5 innings. He went the whole way on the mound as well. 4 runs in the first inning, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth were enough to get the job done for Hillsdale. Smithville ends their season at a record of 5-16. And then next up for Hillsdale is either LaBrea or Mogador next week, 28th, which I believe is a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday. 28th, they'll play either LaBrea, who's the 6th or the 5 seed in all of the Northeast District. Hillsdale's the 7, or Mogador, who's somewhere in the 20s. I can't recall that number, but it's likely going to be LaBrea, and that will be a trip for Hillsdale. I'm not sure where that game will end up being, but usually the Northeast District not kind to the Falcons when it comes to travel, but they're going to be playing for a district spot in the district championship, so they will go anywhere for an opportunity to do something like that. Shout out to Smithville. Their season ends today. Didn't go their way towards the end of the year, losing 11 of their last 13. But a young team got a chance to build off of some things. They got some WCAL experience. That's always great to play in a league as great as that, where they can bounce back next year and have some good experience to come back. Falcons, it's their story today, and it's Cale Lewis's day, so we're going to talk to him when we come back in a couple moments. Thanks for joining us on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports. Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Drumsville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
Time now for your 89 Homes player of the game. Falcons get it done on their home turf. Cale Lewis gets the win. Actually, let's reset this real quick.
Looking for quality furniture with hometown service? Fickes Furniture in Drumsville has been family owned and trusted since 1941. We feature top brands like Heritage, Smith Brothers, Flexsteel, and more, all hand-picked for comfort and durability. Customize your space with full room packages or made-to-order pieces designed to fit your lifestyle and budget. Shop local, shop smart. Visit our showroom or browse anytime at fickesfurniture.com.
Time now for your OH.REPORT player of the game, brought to you by 89 Homes in Jeromesville. Cale Lewis was a hard choice today, but you drive in 7 runs, you account for 9 of the 10, and you deserve a talk with me. So let's talk about what your approach was today and what you saw of the Smithville team. Of course, it's the 3rd time around that you get to see them, and I feel like something that you saw was working.
Yeah, I mean, I knew they were going to throw me a bunch of off speed because we faced all these guys, obviously, one guy once, another guy once, and I knew I was going to get an off speed, and they hung a few, and I mean, just hit line drives. That was my approach.
Yeah, 7 RBIs for you. How about your teammates getting in good positions to score them? What did they do right?
That was huge. I think Kai went 2 for 3. Brock got on base a few times. I mean, can't have RBIs, obviously, without guys on base, so that was huge. We see keep that going the whole run, get the leadoff guys on and move them.
So you got a couple days off. You'll play Wednesday either against Mogador or LeBray. What's practice going to look like for you guys?
We're coming in tomorrow at 10 a.m. and hitting same thing Monday, and we have Sunday off, but we just need to keep the bats going, keep them hot.
And then I didn't even get to talk about your pitching performance. I thought you did a pretty good job there. 5 Ks, a couple of walks that succeeded after a couple strikeouts. So what's going to be your next course of action after a game like this?
I mean, it's all credit to my defense. I mean, it's the same thing with our run last year. Is defense won us games, and that's how we went to state last year. I mean, defense wins games, and we just got to keep hitting.
All right, and then before you get your shout-outs, we got to shout out first softball, just getting the job done, getting themselves a win in districts. So
yep. I think it's few their first time going to regional, so that's pretty cool. I mean, they just got to keep it rolling.
Yeah, for sure. And then you guys are also going to keep it rolling next week, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, take a look at that camera. Give some shout-outs.
Shout out to my parents. Shout out to my defense. Shout out to my brother catching behind the plate, and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Lewis gets it done today. 7 of the 10 runs driven in by this guy. Congrats.
Appreciate it.
And that'll do it for us here live and free on the OH Report. Thank you so much for joining in. Good day for Hillsdale. They get the win here at home, and then they also get the news immediately after that the softball team got themselves a district title. They're headed to regionals next week after their 2-0 win over Columbiana Crestview. Falcon baseball team either has LeBray or Mogador next week. Stay tuned on the OH Report. We'll let you know all about the bracket coverage and all of the games that we will be covering next week, also tomorrow. Plenty of games in action, live and free here on the OH Report, weather pending, of course. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks also to our sponsors, rolling through the screen one final time. And for that, for Jeremy Peoples, I'm Jonathan Langdon. We will see you